Okay, so today we shall start with some basic principles. Okay, so in the last class, I think we have finished off with your quantum numbers. I explained you the significance of each and every quantum number, I suppose. Yes.
Yes,
So
sir.
today we'll be
Yes.
dealing with some basic principles. Okay, so these are all very interesting and these are very important as well. Okay, so yes, most of you have already done in your school. So first, today we shall just start with a basic principle known as a Pauli's exclusion, Pauli's exclusion principle. Yes, any one of you, any idea about this principle? What is Pauli's exclusion principle? What does it state? Any idea? What does it state? Okay,
No, sir.
fine. So how many quantum numbers have we studied? We have studied that there are four set of quantum numbers, right? Principal quantum number, azimuthal quantum number, then magnetic quantum number, okay, then yeah, finally yeah, spin quantum number. We have a set of four quantum numbers, okay. So according to this Pauli's exclusion principle, no two electrons can have all the four set of quantum numbers same. It states that what does it state? It states that no two electrons no two electrons can have all the four quantum numbers same. Okay, so what is Pauli's exclusion principle? It states that no two electrons can have all the four quantum numbers same. Okay, so if in L and M, that means if the principal quantum number, your azimuthal quantum number and magnetic quantum number are same, then they must differ in their spin quantum number. Right? They must differ in the spin quantum number. So there's a very important principle. Okay, so it states that no two electrons can have all the four quantum numbers same. Okay, so if the three quantum numbers are identical, which quantum numbers can be identical? If the principal, azimuthal and magnetic quantum numbers are identical, then they must differ in the fourth quantum number. Okay, that is the spin quantum number. They must differ in the fourth quantum number, that is the spin quantum number. Okay, so what is the significance of this principle? Let us see. So listen very carefully. Listen very carefully. Now, let us suppose that there are three electrons in an orbital. Okay, let us suppose that there are three electrons in an orbital. Suppose I am considering any one orbital, say suppose I am considering 2s orbital out here. Okay, 2s orbital. So how many electrons have I considered to be out here? How many electrons? There are three electrons, E1, E2 and E3. I have considered that there are three electrons in this orbital. So I have designated these three orbitals as E1, E2 and E3, and these three orbitals I have assumed they are in the 2s orbital. So by the way, how many 2s orbitals are there? There are only one s orbital, right? There are three p orbitals, px, py, pz. Remember, how many z orbitals are there? Sorry, how many d orbitals are there? 5. How many f orbitals are there? 7. So I have
Yes,
considered
sir.
2s orbital. Okay, now say E1 electron, E2 electron and E3 electron. Now let me write down the values of N, L, ML and S. Okay, so just let me write down the values of these 4 quantum numbers. So here in principal, L azimuthal, ML magnetic quantum number, S spin quantum number. Okay. Now, since these electrons are in the 2s orbital, what is the value of your principal quantum number of this electron? Which orbital is it present in? कौन सा subshell में? These electrons are in which subshell? Sorry, these electrons are in which shell? First, second, third, fourth. कौन सा shell में? 2s means they are present in which shell? So these numbers denotes the shell. These numbers, this is the principal quantum number. Right? So it means that these 3 electrons are present in the second shell. These 3 electrons are present in the second shell. Right? Second shell means what is the value of N? What is the value of N? Yes, 2. The value of N is 2. Now it is present in S subshell. It is present in S subshell. For S subshell, what is the value of L, guys? What is the value of L? What is the value of L? 0. Very good. L is equal to 0. If L is equal to 0, what is the value of M or ML then?
0.
0 plus L2 minus L including 0. Very good. Very good. It's 0. So you need to understand this, right? What are the 2 possible values of spin quantum number? What are the 2 possible values? There are 2 possible orientations, एक clockwise, एक anti-clockwise, and corresponding to this, there are 2 spin quantum numbers. One is
Plus
plus
1 by
half,
2 minus 1 by 2.
plus half and minus half. Suppose I'll consider these to be plus half. Plus half. Fine. So these are the designation of the 4 quantum numbers for this electron. What about E2? E2, bolo, E2. What is the value of N for E2? E2 is also present in 2s. So what is the value of N for E2? Second electron. 2. Again S 0. ML 0. S पकड़ लूंगा मैं minus half. Okay. थर्ड का भी वही होगा. 2 0 0. Now what will you assume the spin quantum number to be? What will you assume? What is the value of spin quantum number you'll assume? E1 I have considered it to be plus half, fine. E2 I have considered it to be minus half. So E3 I will consider it has plus half or minus half, any one of these. Right? Now listen very carefully. If I consider the value of spin quantum number of this third electron to be plus half, then E1 and E3, these 2 electrons have all the 4 quantum numbers same. Is it so? If I consider it to be plus half, then the 4 quantum numbers of these second and third electrons, the four quantum numbers of this first and second, third electrons are same. Is it same? 2 0 0 plus half, 2 0 0 plus half. Is it possible then according to this principle?
No, sir.
No, it's not possible. No 2 electrons can have all the 4 set of quantum numbers identically, but here these 2 electrons are having 4 set of quantum numbers identical. If I assume it to be plus half, but you can say, so why plus half? Let us assume minus half. Chalo minus half assume kar lete. If I assume it to be minus half, then these 2 electrons E2 and E3 are having all the 4 set of quantum numbers same then. Yes, that means, is it possible to have 3 electrons in an orbital? Is it possible?
No.
No, because if we have 3 electrons in an orbital, then any 2 electrons will have all the 4 quantum numbers same, which should not be according to this Pauli's exclusion principle. So you tell me now, a maximum of how many electrons can be accommodated in an orbital then? How many electrons should be there then? How many electrons should be there?
2 electrons.
2, yes. If there are 2 electrons, fine. If there are just 2 electrons, then what will happen? Although the 3 quantum numbers are same, they will differ in the spin. But 3 electron रखने से तो कोई 2 electron का सब चारों quantum number identical हो रहा है. So what is the outcome of this Pauli's exclusion principle? Now we realize that, okay, if we place 3 electrons in an orbital, then it will violate this Pauli's exclusion principle. So the outcome of this Pauli's exclusion principle is that, okay, an orbital can accommodate a maximum of what? 2 electrons with, so if I accommodate 2 electrons, then what should be their spin then? The spin should be same or they should be opposite. Spin same होना चाहिए ना opposite होना चाहिए?
Opposite.
Opposite. So according to this Pauli's exclusion principle, an orbital can accommodate a maximum of 2 electrons, that also with opposite spin. That also with opposite spin. So this is the outcome of your Pauli's exclusion principle. So now we know कोई भी orbital में maximum कितने electron accommodate होगा? Okay, an orbital can accommodate a maximum of 2 electrons, that also with opposite spin. That also with opposite spin. So this is how this Pauli's exclusion principle needs to be understood. Okay. Now suppose I have s orbital like this. I have one s orbital. How many p orbitals are there? 3. So I'll draw 3 boxes as I have discussed earlier. So how many d orbitals are there? There are a set of 5 d orbitals. There are a set of 5 d orbitals like this. Okay, so maximum how many electrons out here? 2. That also with opposite spin. 1 up, 1 down. How many maximum? 1. Each orbital can accommodate a maximum of 2 electrons. Each orbital, यहाँ पर maximum 2, यहाँ पर maximum 2, यहाँ पर maximum 2, यहाँ पर maximum 2, यहाँ पर maximum. But now, if I write in this way, will it be okay now? Is it okay? This, look at this, is it okay or is it wrong? It is wrong because the spin should be opposite. Here the spin is same. So one arrow should be facing upwards, the other should be facing downwards. This is correct. Okay, so these are simple logical questions might come in. Okay, fine. Okay, so this is all about your Pauli's exclusion principle. This is all about your Pauli's exclusion principle. Okay, so kindly guys mute your audio, नहीं तो recording में तुम लोगों को problem होगा. If you can mute your audios, that would be great. Okay, so if I need to ask something, you can just unmute it then. Okay, fine. Now let us see what type of questions we can expect. What type of questions we can expect? Okay. Okay. So an electron is present in 3D subshell. An electron is present in 3D subshell. An electron is present in 3D subshell. Give the possible values of its 4 quantum numbers. Give the possible values of its 4 quantum numbers. Okay, an electron is present in 3D subshell. Give the possible values of its 4 quantum numbers. So let us start. So electron is present in 3D. Fine. What is the value of n then? What is the value of n? 3. Yes, it's present in third shell. Very good. L, it is present in D means 0, 1, 2, SPD. Yes, L ka value 2. D subshell means the value of L is 2. And what is the possible values of your magnetic quantum number? It can be -2, it can be -1, it can be 0, it can be +1, it can be +2. All these values are possible. We are supposed to give all the possible values. Eh? So these are the possible values. And what is the value of the fourth quantum number S? The value of S can either be +12 or it can also be -12. So if an electron is present in 3D subshell, these are the possible values of its 4 quantum numbers. These are the possible values of its 4 quantum numbers. Okay, fine.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, if n equals to 3 and L equals to 1, what is the designation given to this subshell now? How will you designate the subshell having quantum numbers N3 and L1? What is the designation? N equals to third means we are talking about the third shell. Right? L equals to 1 means we are talking about which subshell? Which subshell? L equals to 1 means we are talking about P subshell. So the designation
Yes,
is
sir.
3P. The designation is 3P. Okay, so simple questions like this. Eh? Simple questions like this. So N equals to 4, L equals to 3. What is the designation? What is the designation given to this subshell? SPDF0123. S4, 4FS simply. So designation will be 4FA. Okay. Okay, so these are the types of questions which might come in our school level. Okay, now another type of question. So a set of quantum numbers will be given, then you will be asked which set of quantum numbers are possible, which of the set of quantum numbers are not possible. Okay, which quantum numbers are possible, which quantum numbers are not possible. So I'll just start with a few, then I'll move to the next topic. Okay. So number one, n equals to 1, sorry, n equals to 2, L equals to 1, M equals to 0, S equals to +12. Okay. Number 2, n equals to 2, L equals to 2, M equals to -1, S equals to -12. Number 3, n equals to 2, L equals to 1, L equals to 2. So you write like this, n equals to 3, L equals to 2, M equals to 0, S equals to -12. So this is our question. Huh? So the question says, which of the following set of quantum numbers are not possible and why? Which of the following set of quantum numbers are not possible and why? Let us see whether it is possible or not. Okay. Now, can the principal quantum number, what are the values of principal quantum number? Can it have a value of 0 in? Can principal quantum number have a value of 0?
No, sir.
No, no, no. So it starts from 1. So n equals to 2, bilkul possible. It is possible. L equals to 1. Yes, the value of L should be 1 less than 2i. L ranges from 0 to n minus 1. Right? So if the value of n equals to 2, L, yes, it can be 1. Can m be equal to 0? Yes, the value of n ranges from -L to +L including 0. The value of magnetic quantum number ranges from -L to +L including 0. ये भी possible है. So this, so it's possible, plus half or minus half. So this is possible, right? This is possible. This is possible. What about 2? Do you think it's possible or not? N equals to
No,
2,
sir.
bilkul possible hai.
No, sir.
Can L be equal to 2?
No, sir.
No. Okay, L cannot be equal to N. You're not possible because L cannot be equal to N. L cannot be equal to N. Okay. Third, is it possible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, L3, L2, yes. This is possible. So this type of questions. Can you do it on your own now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now. Okay, fine. Good, very good. Okay, now let us move towards another topic. Okay. Okay, so just write down one question now, another question. Then I'll move towards the next topic. So this chapter is taking some time because I'm going really slowly because you need to understand this. Okay. So for a particular atom, the maximum value for a particular atom, the maximum value of a magnetic quantum number is +2. Maximum, okay. What are the possible values of what are the possible values of N, L, and M? Yes, how are you going to solve this? How are you going to solve this? The maximum value of M is given. What are the possible values of N, L, and M? Yes. Give me any lead. Give me a lead.
N can be 3.
Now see, the maximum value of M is equal to +2. What is the minimum value of M then? What is the minimum value of M? Yes? -2. Yes, maximum +2 है तो minimum -2 होगा. So what are the other possible values? +1, 0, -1. Bas. Right? Now, what are the values of L then? What are the values of L?
2.
Huh?
That's one.
M ranges from -L to +L including 0. Right? The maximum value of M is +2 means L ka value तुम्हारा 2 है. That is why it is ranging from +2 to -2 including 0. And if the value of L is 2, what are the values of
3.
N? What is the value of N? Yes, the value of
3.
N is 3. Bas. Got it? So, the maximum value of M is +2. The other values are +1, 0, -1, -2. Fine. So M we know it ranges from -L to +L. यहाँ पर +2 है. Plus L का value, so L का value 2. If the value of L is 2, N तो 1 ज़्यादा होगा. N equals to 3. So these are the possible values. So these are the possible values. Okay. Okay. So these are our questions. थोड़ा सा twist करके तुम लोगों को दे देगा. Okay. Fine. Now listen very carefully. So how are the electrons going to occupy these subshells? Suppose the atomic number of an electron is 11. That means there are 11 electrons. So in what way these electrons will fill up the subshells? Okay, so will it fill it randomly? Will the 11 electrons first occupy 4s? or is there some order? Now we shall be studying about this. Okay, so first we will just study the energy level diagram of electrons. So energy level diagram of subshell, or energy of subshells. Energy of subshells. Energy of subshells. Okay, so there are two rules. First, we are going to analyze both the rules. So number one rule is known as a N plus L rule. Okay, so an electron or a subshell, we can say orbitals, not electron, we can say an orbitals with lower N plus L value has less energy. Fine. So I'm explaining. First, write it down. If N plus L value turns out to be same, then the one having lower N value has lower energy. So this is the N plus L rule. This is known as, basically this is known as a N plus L rule. Okay, so what are we doing now? We'll determine the energies of various orbitals. Right? We shall see whether all the subshells have the same energy or not. Okay, so first rule is that orbitals with lower N plus L value has less energy. Okay, the one with lower, if the lower the N plus L value, lesser is the energy. And if N plus L value turns out to be same, then the one with lower N value has lower energy. So if there is a tie, then you have to see the N value. Okay, the one with lower N value has lower energy. So what does all of this mean? Okay, so I'll rub this. I'm rubbing this. Now let us see some examples. Let us see some examples. What have we written? What does this mean? Eh? Okay, what does this mean? So now I'm going to list out the subshells out here. 1s, 2s, 2p, 3s, 3p, 3d, 4s, 4d, sorry, 4s, 4p, 4d, and so on. Okay, and so on. Eh? Now N, L, N plus L. Let us list out the principal quantum number, azimuthal quantum number, and N plus L value. Okay. So for 1s subshell, what is the N value? What is the N value? What is the value of N? 1. L, 0. N plus L, 1 plus 0, which is equal to 1. I'm going to write in this way. 2s, N ka value 2. S means again L equals to 0. So 2 plus 0, again it is equal to 2. 2p, 2. L, p means 1. So 2 plus 1 equals to 3. Fine. 3s, 3. 0. 3 plus 0 equals to 3. There is a tie out here. 3p, 3. L, p means 1. 3 plus 1 equals to 4 out here. 3d, 3. D means L ka value 2. 3 plus 2 equals to 5 out here. 4s, 4. 0. 4 plus 0 equals to 4. There is a tie again between these two. 4p, 4. 1. 4 plus 1 is equal to 5. Again there is a tie between these two. 4d, 4. 2, 4 plus 2 is equal to 6. So I listed a few. Fine, we can do this. We all can do this very easily. So what does the rule state? Rule number 1, lower the n plus L value, lesser will be the energy. So what is the order of energies now? What is the order of energies? Tell me, what is the order of energies of various subshells? How are you going to arrange the subshells in order of energies? Yes, tell me, what are the orders? I'm going to write here. Which has the least energy? Which subshell has the least energy? Lower the n plus L value, lesser will be the energy. One is least energy followed by obviously 2s. Now there is a tie out here. There is a tie out. If there is a tie, then the one with lower n value has lower energy. So although there is a tie out here, 2p ka n value 2 hai, 3s ka n value 3 hai. So the second rule, if there is a tie, lower the n value, lower will be the energy. Okay. So then after this what will come? 2s के बाद में 2p आएगा, उसके बाद में 3s आएगा, फिर देखो 3s, then 3p, there's a tie out here, 3p and 4s, there's a tie out here, but again 3p has lower n value. Okay, so 3s, then 3p, then 4s. 3p के बाद में तुम्हारा 4s, 3d का तो n plus L value 5 है, right? So 5 5, but this has lower energy, so इसके बाद में आएगा तुम्हारा 3d, 3d के बाद में आएगा 4p, like this. Okay, 4p के बाद में आएगा तुम्हारा, and so on. We can arrange the subshells in increasing order of energies in this way. So this is the order of energy. These are the order of energies of various subshells. Okay. So however, this is a tedious method. However, this is a tedious method. Okay, fine. But nonetheless, we can determine the energies of the subshell using this particular rule. Now the question comes, if we determine the order of energies of subshells, how will the electrons occupy the various subshell? That is the big question. Okay, now we shall again go through a set of rules. So we'll go through a set of rules. Okay, we'll go through some principles. We'll go through some principles. Okay. So n plus rule, I think it's understood, yes? But yes, you don't have to follow this n plus rule. I'll teach you an easy method. Okay, I'll teach you a very easy method. Now, first write down Aufbau principle. AUFBAU. Aufbau principle. Okay. So write down, the electrons are filled in various orbitals the electrons are filled in various orbitals in increasing, the electrons are filled in various orbitals in increasing energies. What does this mean then? What does this mean? This means that, okay, suppose which has the least energy? 1s. 1s के बाद में किसका है तुम्हारा? 2s. 2s के बाद में 2p. 2p के बाद में 3s. 3s के बाद में 3p. 3p के बाद में 4s. 4s के बाद में 3d. 3d के बाद में 4p. So this is the increasing order of energy. This is the energy ladder, right? So according to this principle, the electrons will first occupy the subshells having least energy, and after this has been filled up, okay, the subsequent electrons will again fill up high energy level. So if you are supposed to fill one electron, where will you place that one electron, single electron? Directly at 4p? No, first you'll fill up the orbitals or subshells having lower energy. Okay, then subsequently you'll go on filling up the orbitals in increasing order of energy. So this is what is commonly known as the Aufbau principle. Okay, now see, so now we'll teach you, we'll just look at a very easy method. So now first I'll write in this way. Okay, so फर्स्ट शेल में तो एक ही सब शेल है 1s, सेकेंड शेल में कौन कौन सा है 2s, we have 2p, third we have 3s, we have 3p, we have 3d, fourth we have 4s, we have 4p, we have 4d and 4f as well. Yes, we have 5s, we have 5p, we have 5d, we have 5f as well. We have 6s, we have 6p, we have 6d. I'm not writing G, I'm not writing G. Okay, so I'll just circle these orbitals. First shell only S. Second shell we have S subshell, P subshell. Third shell we have S subshell, P subshell as well as D subshell. Fourth shell we have S subshell, P subshell, D subshell as well as F subshell. Fifth we have S, P, D, F. I'm not writing G, chhod do. 6, I'm just writing S, P, D, F. Okay, you can easily do this. Yes, you can do this. Yes. Now what will I do now? I'll just start from 1s. So I'll just start the arrow from here. Where does it end? It ends at 1s only. Next, I'll start from 2s. Where does it end? 2s mein end hoga. Next, I start from 2p. Where does this arrow end? This line go. I'll extend the line like this. The line ends in 3s. Now I'll start from 3p. Where will the line proceed? 4s. It ends at 4s. Now 3d. Where will the line go after 3d? 4p. After 4p, where will the line go? I'm just crossing the line diagonally like this. Now I'll start the line from 4d. From 4d, where will the line go? 5p. From 5p, where will the line go? 6s. And so on. Can you do this much? Is it possible? Yes. We can easily do this. Okay. Now, what are the order of energies? Now, it becomes too easy now. What are the energies? The one which we got from n plus n rule, we will get in the same out here. So where did the line start from? 1s. So 1s has the least energy. First electron will fill up 1s. After 1s has been completely filled, where will the electron go? Where will the electron go after 1s? 2s. After 2s has been filled up, where will the electron go? 2s के बाद में कहाँ से start हो रहा है?
2p.
2p, then it will proceed to where? It will proceed to after 2p, yes. Line, देखो. After 2p, I think 3s. Yes, after 2p the line extended to 3s. Was finished. After 3s कहाँ से start हुआ? 3p, then 4s. After 4s देखो, 4s के बाद में कहाँ से line शुरू हुआ? 3d. 3d के बाद में will the line go? 4p. 4p के बाद में will the line go? 5s. And so on. And so if we mark in this way, we can easily get the energies of various subshells like the increasing order, right? So 1s, 2s, 2p, 3s, 3p. After 3p, 4s will be filled up, right? Only 4s has been filled up. Then the electrons will go to 3d. Then after 3d has been filled up, the electrons will move to 4s. After 4p will be filled up, then 5s. After 5s, yes, electrons will go to 4d. Then 5p, then 6s. After 6s, again 4f, 5d, 6p, 7s, and so on. It will go on and on. So which one is more easier? N plus N rule or this Aufbau principle? Obviously this principle. Okay, so this will take how much? It will take 30 seconds to do this. Okay, less than 30 seconds. So according to this Aufbau principle, electrons will first occupy orbitals having lower energy. Then they will go on filling up the subshells in increasing order of energies. Right? Okay, is it understood? Can I move to the next topic now? So we studied Pauli's exclusion principle, which states that एक orbital में maximum 2 electron, that also with opposite spin. We studied Aufbau principle, which states that electrons are filled in various orbital in increasing order of energies. Okay, so two very important principles we have studied. So the third principle or the third rule, which is commonly known as a Hund's rule of maximum multiplicity. Have you heard of this rule? Have you heard of this rule? Obviously, you must have heard. You have done in your school. If someone please let me know what is this rule? What does it state? So these are the basic rules. Hey, we should be knowing this. Hey, देखो, definition तो रट्टा मार लोगे, but that will not solve our purpose. So we need to understand the rule. Okay, Hund's rule of maximum multiplicity. So I'm sure you must have done it 100% in your school, right? Okay, ऐसा हो ही नहीं सकता कि ये principle मतलब it's not done. So Hund's rule of maximum multiplicity, what does it state? It's okay. Okay. Electrons first fill up the orbitals singly. Orbitals having same energy are filled up singly. I'm writing in my own words, okay? Only then electron pairing takes place. Only then electron pairing takes place. So try to understand this. Okay, so go through your rule from your book. So this I'm writing in my own language so that it will be easier for us to understand. Okay, now see. Let me consider 3p subshell. 3p subshell. Fine. How many orbitals are there in p subshell? How many orbitals are there, by the way? P subshell mein how many orbitals are there?
5.
P. 3.
3.
S में 1, P में 3, D में 5, F में 7. So there are 3p orbitals. There are 3p orbitals like this. What are the designation of this 3p orbital? Px, 3px, 3py, 3pz. Yes, I can designate this as 3px, 3py, 3pz. Now suppose I am supposed to accommodate 2 electrons out here. How am I going to accommodate 2 electrons? According to this principle, now these 3 orbitals have the same energy. Px, Py, Pz, they have the same energy. 3p or 3d ka energy different hai, but these 3p orbitals, they have the same energy. Now according to this principle, the electrons will first fill up the orbital singly. Means one electron will enter 3p, the other electron will enter py like this. Okay, so this is the correct way of filling the electrons. But if I write in this way, will it be correct then? If I write in this way? If I write in this way, will it be correct? Will it be correct or incorrect? Incorrect, because according to this principle, the electrons must fill up the orbital singly first. They must occupy each orbital singly. But here, the electrons are getting paired up without filling the orbital singly. So this is incorrect. This is incorrect. Fine. Now, if I am to fill up 3 electrons, then how will I fill up the 3 electrons? Tell me. How am I going to fill up the 3 electrons? Yes, tell me. According to this principle, yes, the 3 electrons will have to occupy the orbital singly like this. So this is correct. But if I write in this way, दो यहाँ पर, एक यहाँ पर, no. According to this principle, the electrons will first occupy the orbital singly. Then only pairing will occur. Yeah, so already without occupying the orbital singly, pairing has taken place. So this is incorrect. This is incorrect. Now, if I am to accommodate 4 electrons, then कैसे करोगे 4 electron? Yes, tell me now. How will you accommodate 4 electron? Tell me. 4 electron, how will you accommodate? First, you fill up the orbital singly. 1, 2, 3. After you fill up the orbital singly, if extra electrons are required to be filled up, then pairing will occur like this. Right? Then after that, pairing will have to occur. कोई option नहीं है. लेकिन पहले singly fill up करना पड़ेगा, फिर pairing होगा. So how many unpaired electrons are there? These are known as a paired electrons. They are unpaired electrons. 2 unpaired electrons. But is this correct now? 4 electrons will you fill up in this way? No, this is absolutely
No, sir.
incorrect. Eh? So this is all about a Hansen. So simple. देखो ना, it states that the orbitals should be filled up singly like this. Same about D. D में 5 D orbital पहले singly fill up होगा, then pairing will occur. Then pairing will occur. Okay. Now using this set of principles, we are in a position to write down the electronic configuration of atoms. So we are in a position to write down the electronic configuration of atoms. Okay. So have you learned in your school how to write down the electronic configuration? Yes? It's known to you all.
No, sir.
It's
Not.
known? I think it's known. Yes, you must have done it. For example, I'll start with an easy one. Suppose if I give you the atom nitrogen whose atomic number is 7. Whose atomic number is 7. So first we'll write in this way. Which orbital will be filled up first? Which shell? कौन सा shell fill up होगा पहले? 1s. 1s में I'm just drawing one box because there is only one s orbital. After 1s,
Yes.
2s. I'm writing in this way first to make you understand. Then after 2s,
2p.
we have 2p. How many electrons? 7. Where will the first 2 electrons go? And now, according to Pauli's exclusion principle, each orbital can accommodate a maximum of how many electrons?
2.
2. So the first 2 electrons will go out here, that also with opposite spin. Fine. Now it will go remaining electrons. There are 7 electrons in total. Eh? The remaining 2 electrons will go out here. 2s. How many more electrons needs to be accommodated?
3.
How many more? 3. 3. Total 7. 3 unsrule. These 3 electrons will first be filled up singly like this. They will be filled up singly. Okay, so the electronic configuration, now we write down the electronic configuration as 1s2, 2s2, 2p3. And how many unpaired electrons are there? How many unpaired electrons are there? How many single electrons are there? 3. So the number of unpaired electrons are equal to 3. So there are 3 unpaired electrons. Eh? So we say there are 3 unpaired electrons. Now, yes, let us write it down for sodium then. Sodium. Now, where will the first 2 electron go? We have 11 electrons. Where will the first 2 electron go? 1s. 1s2.
Sir.
Then after 1s, where will the electron go? Tell me now. It's so
2s.
easy. It becomes so easy. Yes?
2s.
2s2. After 2s, where will the electron go?
2p.
2p. 2p में maximum how many electrons will be accommodated? 2p p में maximum 6. Very good. p में 6 है. यहाँ पर 2 होगा, यहाँ पर 2, यहाँ पर 2 होगा. Total 6. Total how many? 10. One more after 2p, where will the electron go? 3s.
3
1. So how many unpaired electron out here?
1.
1. 3s में 1 means there will be 1 unpaired electron. Now, guys, if I ask you to write down the electronic configuration of sodium ion, how many electron will be there in sodium ion? Na positive.
10.
10. मतलब 10 means before
11.
this orbital has, you don't need to fill up this orbital, or you remove the electron from the outermost shell. Right? You remove the electron from the outermost shell. So what is the electronic configuration? 1s2, 2s2, just 2p6. 10. Bas, okay. Okay, so we can write down the electronic configuration of atoms. We can write down the electronic configuration of ions as well. Okay. ऑक्सीजन का लिखो तो 8. What will be the electronic configuration? Yes, write it down.
Sir, 1 is 2,
1
2
is
is
to
2,
2 is
2s2 or
2p4.
2p4.
2p4. Yes, how many unpaired electrons?
2.
2. 2p4 means this. 2p4 means 1, 2, 3, 4. So 2 unpaired electrons. Very good. There are 2 unpaired. So O dinegative ka? Dinegative means how many extra electron?
2.
2 extra electrons. So where will that 2 extra electron enter? What will the electronic configuration? 1s2, no, 2p में और 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन अकोमोडेट हो सकते हैं. यहाँ पर तो 2p4 है, 2 एक्स्ट्रा इलेक्ट्रॉन मींस 2p6 होगा. यहाँ पर 1s2, 2s2, 2p, टोटल 10 इलेक्ट्रॉन होगा. सो इट विल बी फिल्ड अप इन दिस वे. ठीक है. So give the set of 4 quantum numbers. Give the set of 4 quantum numbers for the 19th electron of scandium. So this question says that give the set of 4 quantum numbers for the 19th electron of scandium. For the 19th electron of scandium. What is the atomic number? 21. So let us write down the electronic configuration of scandium then. 21. So 1s, 2 I suppose. After 1s has been filled up, remaining electrons will go to 2s, maximum 2 electron, 2s2. After 2s has been filled up, 2p, maximum 6 electron. 10 हुआ. After 2p, the remaining electrons will go to 3s, 3s2. Then after 3s, it will go to 3p6. After 3p, where will the electron go?
4s.
Well, 4s. Say the electron will go to 4s like this. 4s2, then 3d1. Okay. So the electron, now where is the 19 electron situated? Bolo to, where is the 19 electron? We are supposed to find out the set of 4 quantum numbers for the 19 electron. Where is the 19 electron situated? कौन सा subshell में? 19 electron कहाँ पर है?
4s.
4 is good. 2, 4, 10, 11, 12, 18, 19 electron तो यहाँ है. यहाँ पर the 19th and 20th electron है. Here we have 19th and 20th electron. Got it? This is the 21st electron. Eh? So 19 electron means the electron in 4s. So what is the values of n out here? What is the value of n? Bolo 4s में. What is the value of n then?
4.
4. Very good. What is the value of L? S
3.
में S
3.
0. S
Oh,
S.
sorry, sir.
Azimuthal quantum number 0. Magnetic quantum number minus L2 plus L 0. Spin क्या लिखोगे? Plus half or minus half. Plus half or not and or minus. बस this type of questions. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now again we can construct one question out here. We can construct this question. I think it's so interesting, if you understand. We can solve any question. We can solve any question. लेकिन ये सब रट्टा मारोगे तो बस कुछ solve नहीं कर पाओगे. And trust me, it's not possible as well. Okay. So now if I give you calculate the number of electrons having n plus L equal to 3, what will be your answer now? Calculate the number of electrons where the sum of n plus L equals to 3. Let us see. Okay. Now for 1s, what is the value of n? What is the value of n? 1s के लिए, what is the value of n? 1s के लिए L
0.
0. So 1 plus 0 is 1. So we are not talking about this. We are talking about those subshells where n plus L is 3. 2s. Are we talking about 2s? 2 plus 0. No, we are not talking about 2s either. Are we talking about 2p then? Yes. 2 plus 1. Yes, we are talking about this. 3s.
Yes, sir.
Yes. 3 plus 0. We are talking about this. Are we talking about 3p?
No, sir.
No, 3 plus 1, 4. We are not talking about this. So we are talking about this 4. We are talking about 2p and 3s. Okay. So what will be our answer? So total electrons. So total electrons having n plus L equals to 3 is how many total electrons? What is the total number of electron having n plus L3 then? We are talking about this. Total electron कितना हुआ? 6 यहाँ पर, 2 यहाँ पर. What is the answer? Is 8. Got it? Understood?
Yes, sir.
All of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
Now if
sir.
I just modify this question, n plus L3 and S equals to plus half, then what will be our answer? What will be our answer now? Oil छोड़ दिया मैंने. N plus L3 but S plus half. Now, n plus L3 means, yes, I'm talking about 2p. I'm talking about 2p. I'm talking about 2p like this. I'm talking about 2p. And also I'm talking about 3s. So yes, these two have n plus L equals to 3. Now, यहाँ पर total 6 electrons are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. यहाँ पर 2. Now, out of these 6 electrons, how many electrons has S equal to plus half? एक इलेक्ट्रॉन का एक ही ऑर्बिटल में 1 इलेक्ट्रॉन का प्लस हाफ होगा. The other electron will have how much? Minus half. So if there are 2 electrons in an orbital, one will have a spin quantum number of plus half, the other will have a spin quantum number of minus half. Yes, Pauli's exclusion principle. An orbital can accommodate a maximum of 2 electrons with opposite spin. समझ में आ रहा? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so here how many electrons out of 6? Half of them will have plus half, the other half will have minus half. That means out of 6, 3 will have a spin quantum number of plus half. And here out of 2, how many electrons will have a quantum number of plus half?
1.
1. So total how many electrons will have total how many electrons will have n plus l equals to 3 and s equals to plus half. So देखो simple, total 8 electrons है, तो 8 में से we can do half will have a quantum number of plus half, the other half will have a quantum number of minus half. So 8 का half कितना होगा? So number of electrons कितना होगा इसका total 4 ना, या 3 का plus half होगा या 1 का plus half, total 4. So this level questions will come in your board, मतलब school exam, this level question will come. So to have a basic understanding, मतलब to test your concept whether you have understood or not. Now can you solve such type of question answers now?
Yes, sir. Yes.
पक्का? Sure. Okay, fine. So today let us keep it till here. Okay, so hopefully next is going to be your last class on this particular chapter. Then I'll quickly move towards your chemical bonding and molecular structure. Okay. So for today I'm ending the class out here. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, bye. Take care.
Thank you, sir.